All right. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. This is your Akim Abdul back with another Feed the Flock session. Also want to give a salute to the men of Olympus Troop Farm, Shalom, Barakathon. Yeah, I'm out here as always, as our Lord and Savior commanded us to do. Is to what? Put our face against Mount Seir, Babylon the Great, aka America. And had to switch up Slocky, had to switch up scenery because apparently they got some type of cleanup going on. You know, I was out here last week and apparently, you know, none of this was actually put up. And I can bet this sign right here was put up today. You know, but nonetheless, it's not going to stop this word or this truth from coming out. I guess they out here today reserving this day as like park cleanup day or whatever you want to call it, you know, but this word is still going to go out. So most don't know. Then you got some that are, you know what I'm saying, complicit. You got some that are actually what? Following to the beat of Esau Edom, supplicating white man, woman, and child. So this is the Edomites' kingdom. That's why they're able to do certain things that most are not able to do. That's why they was able to do certain things in history, because this is their time or portion of rulership. So this is the wicked time and portion of rulership. And you can tell that the wicked is in power because they're adverse to everything Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is, man. That's why you can tell that the wicked is in power. One thing you can tell the wicked is in power is what? The condition of the earth, man. Deforestation. Now you got Jim Crow Joe Biden trying to pass legislation to what? Protect the forest. You know, that's what they say, man. Just like these you know, protect the environment regarding pollution and things of that nature. They've been passing legislation, but they've been doing that for decades and decades. And what we got, the thing is, matter of fact, we're in a worse condition than those legislations that they try to pass to protect. Deforestation Act, things that like things of that nature, because the wicked is in rulership. Then you got sea life featuring themselves. Then when they cut these sea lives open, like whales, dolphins, or whatever they have, you find the insides are filled with what? Plastic garbage. They got so much garbage in the ocean. It's in a collective like it's in a collective portion. They call it a trash island. It's as big as an island because you got the wicked that's in rulership, man. So the earth is mourning, man. The sea life is mourning, man, because the wicked bear rule, man. And another sign of the wicked being in rulership is what? The wicked's in rulership because of what? Another sign, the protection of homosexuality, man. They go to the extent of what? Passing laws and legislation to protect homosexuality. That's totally adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Along with what? Their availability of this already accessible of these abominable foods like pork. You know, you got lobster, red lobster. No, this abomination that's readily available here in Babylon the Great, man. So this is the wickedest kingdom ever erected. Why? You can tell that wickedness is at an all-time high based on what's going on here in Babylon the Great, man, aka America. These are signs that the wicked bear rule. So let me go to that. So, like I was saying, Esau Edom is in rulership. Then you got the condolences of what? Everything adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahushua with this the food, the food is on display here. Uh, the open acceptance, like of homosexuality. They're going to the extent of what? Having transformers. I'm gonna be nice because you know they cut the truth. They cut people's video feeds if you bring out the truth. But these transformers are actually reading to elementary school kids, man. So they trying to condition kids to accept this abomination, you know, while they're young. So when they get, if they ever reach the adulthood, let me say that, if they ever reach adulthood, it would be in their mind to accept that type of behavior, man. But it's totally adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, a man dressing up as a woman or a woman dressing up as a man, vice versa. That's an abomination, man. That's totally against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So what are the true men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up to what? Give warning. That's it. Simple and plain. Those that hear, hearken. Those that don't, they miss a fool, man. You know, we're not here to, you know, pretty much what? Beat you over the head with anything so you can accept it. Now you hear the word, we're that horn, we're that trumpet, give a warning. If you accept it, take heed. If you don't, well, you miss a fool, man. You know. And then you got this type of modern day plantation Christianity, put it like that. But that's exactly what it is, teaching that anyone can receive salvation if you accept Cesare Borgia, make white man Jesus as their Lord and Savior. That's totally a lie that they're teaching you in these plantation Christianity schools. That's a lie. So the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is set up to what? Tell the truth, man. Salvation was only reserved for Israel, and namely on this side, the elect of Israel. So what Esau Edom been doing, just like it said in the book of Revelation, the devil was loose to what? To deceive the nations, man. The devil was loose to deceive the whole world. To deceive the whole world. Like, that's what the devil was loose to do. It was given its portion to rule, man. That's why the wicked bear rule, man. Let's go to 1 second. This is the book. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29. I'm going to start at verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn it. So we're in the position of what? Mourning. That means the individuals here or the people that are in Babylon the Great, aka America, also the world is mourning, man. That's why you got wars, rumors of wars. That's why you got plant life, sea life. It's under what? Like you got some animal life on the brink of extinction, and some of them are classified extinct under the watch of Esau Edom, the same white man. So that's why you see things that are conducting here in Babylon the Great, also throughout the world, that are bringing what? Mourning. There's going to be a whole lot more mourning they can come with. They can come with, because there's a lot of people in the position. Right now, you got people in the best or first position. They feel like, they're going to do some type of normalcy. Everything's going back to normal. Actually, it's not. It's going to get a whole lot worse than what it is now. It's what.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Are you
yeah.
live, sir?
Yes, I am.
We've got a volunteer event. You see all the tools out here. I don't want to be bothering you with your event. But I hope, is it okay if we are still working on this? You see the fresh mulch and stuff? We're trying to put in all this stuff before the end of the day. So I didn't want to interrupt, but I didn't want you to have to worry about people behind you and stuff.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Is it okay if we are in here, though, like kind of scooching things around?
It should be a problem. What is it, from 9 a.m. to 12?
Yeah, but we're trying to just finish it, right? We're running late. I'm sorry to your audience, too. But I appreciate what you're doing and what you're saying. I just, I know that I don't want to bother you, so.
Oh, no, I'm fine. As long as, I'm not in your way, I'm fine. If I am, I could just move, a little bit closer. I can move over here.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can move over here. That's no problem at all.
Sure thing. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I appreciate it so much. And we won't be bothered. We won't be over here. Yeah, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, that's no problem. Oh, no problem at all. So like that. Like change the location. Hope everybody can see. Yep. Well, things are going the way it is because the wicked bear fruit, man. We go back to Proverbs, like just the book of Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in ruler, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. So that's what's going on, man. That's why you got plant life or deforestation. They got to pass bills and legislation to what? To try to protect the very thing that keeps you alive. The trees does what? Produce oxygen. But they're like Biden, for instance, he just recently passed legislation to what? Try to prevent deforestation, man. With these GMOs, you're going into your local grocery stores and you don't even know what you're eating. You could be consuming something that's artificial. It's not organic. So you got GMOs versus non-GMOs. And the GMOs does not actually have the nutrition. Say for instance, if you got a GMO apple, it does not have the same nutrition as the organic apple. And that's a proven fact. So that's the reason why these things are being done and conducted not only here in Babylon the Great, but worldwide. Because a couple months ago, I watched this documentary regarding pesticides that are actually distributed here in Babylon the Great, aka America, but they're bought in different countries because they banned it here because of the harmfulness of these pesticides and things like that. When it comes to growing crops or things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? They actually make them here, but they don't sell them. They don't really put them out for purchase here, but they sell them to other countries. For instance, they sell them to Mexico, places like Mexico. But there's a small percentage of those Mexican crops or those crops that are sold in Mexico that are what? Imported back here in Babylon the Great, aka America, because a lot of the pesticides are what? They go to the stick of making people ill. Like what's that pesticide? Like it's laid down, to prevent insects or whatever may have from destroying the crops. Whoever eat that vegetation, you know what I'm saying? If it's fruit, vegetable, whatever it is, whoever eat that when they get these illness for consuming those contaminated food. Not only that, you got chemtrails in the air. So that's why the wicked, everything is in the harmful, or everything's in a state of dying, because the wicked bear fruit, man. And when sea life reach themselves their warning, man, that's the term of that's what we call in a referring to humans is suicide, man. So you got whales and things of that nature committing suicide, man, because they're consuming, all this trash and all this, things that don't belong in the ocean itself, which the ocean and water is actually a cleansing agent. And you got things that is out there in the ocean that pollute the ocean, man. So everything is out of order, man. Here in Babylon the Great, actually worldwide, man, everything is out of order, man. And even when it comes to livestock or growing your crops, there's a rest. There's a certain amount of y'all got to go into, but there's a certain amount of years you cultivate your crops, and then you're supposed to let the land rest, man, so the land can build up its strength. And the earth is not yielding the strength because the wicked bear rule. That's why Esau Edom have to sell these pesticides, these things to try to make the plants or the crops or whatever it may have he's growing to produce, because the earth is not yielding its natural course, man. Because that's one of the curses that Esau Edom is under too. Not only Israel is under the curse, Esau Edom is the curse. Well, some may not know, but Esau Edom is the curse. That's why the crops are not yielding the way they should be yielding, or producing the way they should be producing. Like, like one thing I'm trying to bring out. Before I switch, I might switch subjects because I want to touch on that just a little bit, but also, like I touched on the last weekend I was out here, is that they're trying to establish their um or establish immortality through what? Their technology. That's why you have talks of metaverse, this alternate reality, because if you really believe in the Bible tells you that our Lord and Savior, who is joined to him, will what? Inherit immortality. So you're not going to inherit immortality here in this lifetime, here in this time, man. But you got Esau Edom is trying to what? Establish that. Because he's trying to pretty much solidify his rulership. So he's trying to sustain himself from being in the top seat, man, because it's evident Esau Edom is in rulership. That's why you got United States embassies throughout the world, man. You have United States military occupation throughout the world, man, because the world was given into the hand of the wicked, man. So Esau Edom is trying to solidify his seeking power, man. So the children of Israel is actually in hell. Hell is a condition. That's why David said, like roughly paraphrasing, hell capacity, because hell was all around him, man, because his enemies were closing in, because the condition that he was facing, man. Just like Jonah. When Jonah got swallowed up by that big fish or that whale, he said, you know, he was in hell, man. It was defining as hell. Hell is a condition. But the modern day Christianity is teaching people that hell and heaven is only reserved for those that what? Die. In all actuality, everyone's soul goes back up to the creator, man, which is Yahweh, man. But heaven and hell is a condition, man. But right now, Israel is in a state of hell, man. That's why we're in a state of mourning, man, because the wicked bear rule, man. The wicked bear rule, man. And what are one of the curses that Israel is facing? He said, you will go to your enemy for all wants, man. For clothes, shelter, anything, any necessity that you need, you have to go to your enemy again. So that's the curse that Israel that Israel is under, man. So we don't have our own livestock. We don't have our own financial system. We don't have our own monetary system. We don't make our own clothes. I mean, you got some brothers and sisters that do it, you know, but it's not on the level of what? Prosperity, man. You know, then you got some people that can be, you know, entrepreneurs, but in general, you still got to get your funds from the root. Esau Edom. So if you got to fund your establishment, where you gonna get grants from? Where you gonna get what's that? Permits from? So you got to get permission from Esau Edom before you do anything. So you're not really in a state of what? Freedom, man. You still got to get permission from Esau Edom to do anything in this world and generally in this society, man. Because you got the wicked amongst Esau Edom that actually rule the world, man. So I'm talking about what? Your Rothschild. I'm talking about the DuPont. I'm talking about you know, there's several of them. I can't think of them right now, but there's several families that rule the world, man. They contribute on both. When these wars break out, they contributory on both sides. So it don't matter which side win, because actually they fund both sides, man. Actually, it's already set up, and they already know the outcome. Because a lot of these countries, when war initiates, it starts from the inside. And there's several books out there that let you know that Esau Edom plans of what they are bold, or he knows, say for instance, what they call rebels amongst another nation, and you got people that rebel against that so-called person or affiliate of government, and Esau Edom is at odds with him. He will what? Fund those rebels, man, to take them out of rulership, because they're not on the same level of understanding with Esau Edom. That's why Gaddafi was murdered. That's why Saddam Hussein was murdered. That's why a lot of these drug dealers, they was well acquainted with Esau Edom. Pablo Escobar, they was well acquainted with Esau Edom until Pablo Escobar did some things that Esau Edom didn't like. Then they had to make him out of the boogeyman. They had to paint him out of the bad guy. But before then, they was going down there to Mexico, talking to him, interviewing him. Everybody was friends with him until Pablo Escobar started doing things contradiction of what Esau Edom's expectation was, man. So then they had to make him out to be the bad guy, man. Then they had to take him out. Like these so-called in Afghanistan, the Taliban and stuff like that. Where you think they got their training from? The United States government, military. They trained them. Just like what's that guy named? Osama bin Laden. There's plenty of information that the wicked is being revealed, man. So these things that are conducted is being done here in Babylon the Great and throughout. It's actually what? There's a root to it. There's a root to the problem. And the problem is what? Esau Edom, man. It's evident. Like I was saying earlier, when it comes to these wars, he financed both sides. We're talking about the elite of Esau Edom, Rothschild, Rockefeller, DuPont. And there's several more of them. They actually contribute to these wars. They fund both sides. There's information on that. So that's the wicked. Bear rule. And what Esau Edom is doing now, he's slowly rocking these inhabitants of Babylon the Great back to sleep, man. But Fauci said what? During the fall, this so-called variant is going around. It's going to amp up. Notice that he can predict when there's going to be an influx in this so-called variant, man. That's like, you know, what a coincidence. I mean, but that's what he's saying. So this fall, Lord willing, if we're here to see it, this fall, there's going to be a ramp up or amping up of this variant, man. Maybe a different strain by then, or more potent strain by then. And it's funny that he already knows it's going to occur. Even that so-called guy, Obama, when he was in administration, he mentioned that global pandemic or things of that nature. And one of his press conferences, there's information on that, man, because he's in the same seat. They're nothing more than puppets, man. That guy wasn't elected, he was chosen. I mean, it looks like, from the inside looking out, it looks like he was elected. But this guy was already chosen from the beginning. These presidential elections, the outcome is already chosen. And that was the case of so-called Hillary won that so-called election. So she had what? She had millions of more votes than Donald or Trump. But they said it where, you know, the electoral was the reason why he won, but they try to say every vote counts. So how can every vote count? And that person that was voted for got more votes but still end up losing. That means some votes did count. That's why a lot of these things are rigged, man. That's why he was saying when he was going out, the election was rigged. Because he was telling you it was rigged. So certain things he was saying is off, but then certain things he say was on point. That's what the devil do. He mixed lies in with the truth, man. So he know he was going to be what? Booted out. He went on ahead and told him, he said it's rigged. That's how he won. And that's how the president is now in holding the Oval Office, like the Oval Office position now, won. Because all that stuff is rigged, man. It's already planned out who's going to win. But not only Esau Edom is going to be destroyed, 2/3 of our people, because they're in bed with them. And what they're doing, let me go back to that metaverse. I read an article a couple of days ago that was talking about the metaverse. The metaverse is like the metaverse is some type of virtual reality, man. And they're trying to they say this is what Elon Musk is trying to do. He's trying to get it if they're not already got it, where you can download your consciousness into a computer program, man. And even your personal action, like your personality. Can't roll up the tongue right, but your personality. They're trying to download all this stuff into a computer program, man. Why? Because they're trying to transition like they got transhumanism. That's what they're trying to do. Merge man with machinery, with this AI, man. Oh, this is double. This is double, man. If that was so, we would have computer chips in us now already. If the Most High wanted us to have computer chips in us, if He wanted artificial or things that deal with this internet or computer system, if He wanted that in us, it would be already in us, man. So that's totally adverse, man. That's foreign. Yeah, how about our shot, man? The body is already perfect, man. There's nothing that man can make that can what? Is in comparison with the human body, man. So the human body with the right rest and the right nutrition can heal itself, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh made that, man. The Most High made that, man. So if a machine break down, it can't heal itself, man. It doesn't have the organism to actually to heal itself, man. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh made this human flesh, and it can do that. But if a machine break down, it has to be repaired by what? A human. It can't self repair itself. Like that. But you got Esau Edom is trying to what? Merge human or man with machine. Transhumanism to link up with this AI. That's why they're pushing what? They're saying that you got to do something about global warming. So this global warming thing is ramping up. Now they're trying to have everybody transition to what? Electrical vehicles, man. So they're trying to say we're going green. I think Biden, they trying to say that within what 20, I forgot what year it was. I'm just saying year 2035. They're trying to do away with diesel or all gas powered vehicles and go electric, man. There was talks of that. If they're not already doing it, so that will what contribute to this artificial intelligence, man, AI. So if you got an electrical vehicle, it can go with it will go hand in hand with the electrical grid, man. A gas powered vehicle doesn't quite fit the AI, man. But an electrical like an electrical powered vehicle would. Then we all going to face, as it stated, or as it's the Revelation states in Revelation 13 and 16, starting at 16. all men, great or small, free or bond, rich or poor, man, we're gonna be faced with temptation. It's that MOB, man. So you got other countries that are already like Sweden, for instance, they are already on board with it, man. China is dealing heavily on their technology, where they're trying to do away with this paper currency, where they can go into any type of, business or establishment, if they want to pick up goods or whatever, with a swipe of their cell phone, man. So they're going cash or hand or electronic transactions, things of that nature. So China is doing that. So this is going to be a global push. And there's already talks of from the world summit that they're trying to make a digital constitution, man, a digitized constitution to protect what? The digital age, man, because we're moving in that transition where everything's going to be linked up with AI, everything's going to be digitized, so they can track. It's going to be also more than a tracking system, but that is one of the things that they're trying to establish, man, so they can track everything that you're doing. I mean, it's bad enough. They already got, GPS, the phones they can track and things of that nature. But if you don't have this stuff, they can't track it. But they're gonna present it, especially to the youth. So the youth is, they can't live without their cell phone. They communicate with their cell phone more than they communicate with human beings. You got some of the youth coming up like that, man. They'd be right in the living room or the dinner table with their family, talking to each other via text, man. They got documentaries on this, man. I mean, you can look it up yourself, man. So this is the age we're turning the transition that Esau Edom is conditioning people for, man. And the youth gonna be all on board with it. They're gonna eat it up like candy, man. So it's gonna be like a sign and wonder, man. A sign and wonder. Let's bring up the precept. Go to Revelation 12 and 9. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Well, they're talking about he was cast out. But before we touch on that, he was cast out into the earth, meaning this devil, Satan that the Bible speaks of, was given. He was cast out of for the promise. All this goes back to the promise. All this goes back to Esau and Jacob. And the wicked synonymous for a modern day term of Esau Edom, which is the devil, man. All these are synonyms to say, you know, on a modern sense. That's why you got the devil. That's why you got that great dragon. You got that old serpent, just like it goes back, stand back from the garden. You got devil and Satan. All this talk about Esau Edom, man. That spirit. But he was cast out, meaning that he was not, and he was given the birthright as Esau, but then he was cast out because he forsook the birthright, man. So pretty much stuck in the birthright, man. He denied the birthright. So he was cast out to deceive the world, man. So he's deceiving the whole world. He's deceiving the nation. That's why he got his image, Desiree Bourget. He's setting himself up as God. So he can what? Pacify the other nations to be easy. I mean, it's like to be easy acceptable. If the Most High resemble him, he can persuade them. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave him, or he was given that attribute, so like an attribute, man, of deception. That's one of the devil's attributes that actually was given to him by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua controls both sides of the spectrum. Just like Esau Edom is trying to set himself up as the Most High, he's trying to control everything that's going on with the world, in the world. But little did he know, the Most High controls all this, man. Even my move and anyone else's move, man, is controlled by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So that devil was cast out to deceive the world, man. And one way he can deceive the world is what? By setting up his image as the Most High, Desiree Bourget, so people will be, you know, more acceptable to believe him. And you got brothers even got videos of these Hamites, man, these so-called Africans, which the so-called blacks here in Babylon the Great, aka America, are not Africans, man. The Hamites are the real so-called Africans. They're really Hamites, man. There's brothers putting out videos of these Hamites during this past so-called Easter Sunday, crying over this mannequin, man, that looks like Desiree Bourget, fake white man Jesus. They crying over him like he's a real Lord and Savior, man. So it looks like Desiree Bourget, the so-called fake white man Jesus. And they're crying and booing, hooing on their knees, crying, man. So that's what the devil did, man. He's able to deceive the whole world, man. That's just an example. You can look that up. A lot of people on YouTube, it's on YouTube, man. These Hamites crying over this mannequin, man. It looks like Desiree Bourget. So that's the devil, man, deceiving. A lot of people want to be deceived by taking what? Their MOB, man. That mark of the beast. But we're actually under the beast system, man. So this beast system is conducting the finance, the transaction, the global system as we speak, man. The trade, the barter system was taken away, and this financial monetary system ran by Esau Edom was put into place, man. Now they were a barter system where you didn't necessarily have to have gold or silver to buy goods or services. Actually, that's real currency. you know, livestock, land, gold and silver, things like that. That's real currency. That's real money. You go to the so-called United States Constitution, it tells you that gold and silver, it will be legal tender, man. Even in your so-called state's constitution, it mentions that. It says nothing about a Federal Reserve note, man. And if you go back to the word note, what that means? It means a promise to pay, man. An IOU. That's fiat currency, meaning it does not have any value. That's why this system that they conducted, they know eventually it's going to be out of place. It's already out of place, man. That deception that they've been deceiving the people from, they got to switch it. That's why they're trying to switch everything to digital. Because that dollar, that petrol dollar, is weakening now, man. That petrol dollar is losing its luster. It's losing its luster. You know, in a lot of, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but you got some countries are not even taking the petrol dollar as payment. They're not accepting it, man. So they already know it for what it is, man. But you got Jake, you can hear it in the background, man. They don't understand, like I said before, you know, right when I started my session, man. They want the spirit of mirth, man. They want Babylon the Great to go back to where it was, man. This place is going to the bottom, man. It's already on high, man. This place had its time. It's gonna be brought real low, man. There's gonna be a time like no other that's like that's speedily approaching. There's gonna be a time like no other. And that is called Jacob's trouble. That's Jacob's trouble. And a lot of these Jakes is going to hit them unexpected because what did Yahweh Shai say? He's going to come like a thief in the night, man. So he's going to come with a lot of these people. It's going to come with a lot of these people be suspected, man. You know, let's go to the book of Zephaniah, like the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 1. Yeah, but you see, Jake, they're in the spirit of birth, man. That's what they're in the spirit of. They think this place, Babylon the Great, is going to continue forever, man. But this place on its way out, man. It's evident. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 1. The word of the Lord, the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cush, the son of Jedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, in the days of Joshua, the son of Amon, king of Judah, like, I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord is going to utterly, man, consume all. Like, let me read that again. This book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 2. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So what land they're talking about, man? They talk about the land of the north, man. They're talking about Babylon the Great, aka America, and name one thing or one element that can heavily consume. Because the Lord said he would not destroy it. That's what the Lord did, man. Back at the time of Noah. He destroyed it because of what? Wickedness, man. The wickedness that was going on during Noah's time, man. Think of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord destroyed that place, man, and the neighboring cities, man. Why? Because the wickedness that was on display there, homosexuality being one of them. When the angels came in the form of men, and you had that the heathen nation, which was the Hamite, was trying to conduct or have homosexual lust for those angels that was in the image of men, and the Lord destroyed that place, man. Just like in this precept, which is the revelation, it's gonna come to Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Repeat that again. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 2. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the land, and the stumbling block with the wicked. I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord, man. That's why this land that they're talking about is the land of the North, man. North America, Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Every square inch of a mile of Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be destroyed, man. And the Lord said he's not going to destroy it again with water, man. That's what that rainbow is for. That solidified that promise. The Yahweh Hashem Yahweh said he will no longer destroy the earth, I'm going to say the world. You got to look at the world. World means an age, man. A current rulership. A current time period. The earth abideth forever, man. But he said he would no longer destroy the world by flood. But this time it's going to come with what? Hellfire, man. This place is going to be dissolved, man. He said he's going to utterly consume the entire land, man. He's going to cut off man, beast, and fowl, man. Fish. Everything's going to be consumed here, man. Everything is going to be consumed. Repeat that again. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 3. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling block with the wicked. So this whole place, especially from Jake, is a stumbling block. This whole place that Israel is in is an entire stumbling block, man. That's why they have laws and legislation like they had today, just like they had decades ago with these so-called black codes. Man. Those were stumbling blocks for Jacob, for Israel, man. Like they have now, man. One of them is called the Free Strike Law. That's a stumbling block, man. That's why you got some so-called, black, Latino, Native Americans that are in, penitentiary under that 3 strike law for stealing a candy bar, man. That was the last straw. He's like, that's your 3rd strike, your ass out of here. Now you in jail for the rest of your life, man. That 3 strike law, that's that stumbling block, man. That's an example of it. Redlining. That's another example of it. Well, they want what? sell the Jake, man, the property, redlining, things like that, preventing so-called blacks to get certain homes and stuff, man. Those are stumbling blocks, man. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy this place, man. And that was set up by the wicked, man. Read that again, the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 3. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heavens and the fishes of the sea and the stumbling block with the wicked. I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's what we're coming into, man. But before that, it's going to be Jacob's trouble, man. Where you want to have the inhabitants here is not going to be concerned with their prince or princesses, man, or their prince, meaning they're politicians, man. It's going to be all out anarchy, man. Like that movie, The Purge, anarchy, man. That's just an example, man. I ain't gonna say that's exactly how it's gonna be, but that gives you an example. That the conditions here in Babylon the Great right now is going to be totally different. This place is going to be unrecognizable of what it once were, man. It's going to lose its luster tremendously, man. It's going to be brought low because Babylon the Great, aka America, is in a lofty state, man. It's in a haughty state. It's in a proud state. That's why Esau Edom has that slogan, proud to be an American, man. And that's one thing Yahweh Shem Yahushua hates, man. Disdain. He disdains a proud heart, man. A proud look, man. I'm proud to be an American. The few, the proud, the Marines. I take pride in what I do. This the devil deceiving you, man. And that's one thing Yahweh Shem Yahushua disdains, man. A proud heart, man. A proud look, man. We'll continue on. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 4. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place in the name of the Turim with the priests and them that worship the host of heaven upon the house top, and them that worship and that swear by the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that swear by Moko, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor inquire for him. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I like it for reading like this. It's got a glare in it, man. I gotta keep moving. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy, man. That goes, repeat that again. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 6. And them that turn back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, nor inquire for him. Well, that means these 2/3 of Israel too, man. The ones that have not sought the Lord, man. The ones that, like the one that cleave on to Cesare Borgia, the ones that cleave on to these other philosophies like Islam, other philosophies like, and religions like Buddhism, Hinduism. That's who Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to cut off, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has no respect of person, man. They think these ball players because you got money. That's not going to save you, man. That's not going to solidify your salvation, man. The wisdom of men is foolish in the eyes of the Lord, man. So the things that these men here in Babylon the Great think is wise, like it's wise to, accumulate these funds, or the decisions that they make, laying in bed with Esau Edom, they think that's a wise move. That's foolishness, man. Yeah, how about sending our shot, man? In a time in these days, and especially in the time to come, this stuff that definitely doesn't matter, man. Especially when it comes, I'm talking about salvation, man. That's what I'm talking about, salvation. You think because you're well off, you got some special bond with the Most High, man. Really, you don't. You sold your soul like a lot of these athletes, ball players, politicians, celebrities. They sold their soul, man, to get where they at, man. That's why I touched on this last week when I was out here. There's an article out that was recently published. Maybe you can find it maybe a week ago, if you're lucky. That there was numerous of staffs or staffers in the Pentagon that had child pornography on their laptops, man, in the Pentagon, man. That's wickedness, man. So that's who's in rulership right now, man. That's why that stuff is allowed to go on, and they're doing what now? They're minimizing the penalties with child pornography, man, or these pedophiles, man. They're not giving them harsh penalties, man. They're giving them, to say the least, a slap on the wrist, man. That's what they're giving them. Because what? A lot of these politicians, Esau Edom, condone this lifestyle, just like homosexuality, man. They condone that lifestyle, man. They're trying to say that, if an adult, they try to call it now, if an adult lusts for a child in a way he should lust for another adult, he got some type of illness, man. You know what I'm saying? He got some type of, mind or brain condition or something, man. They calling it something, man. They calling it where if they get caught, they won't get penalized like the criminal that they should get, man. They should be thrown under the jail, man. So they're not getting penalized. They're trying to say, oh, you need some help. Put them in a psychiatric hospital for a year or two at the most, and then put them back out in society, man. That's what Esau Edom does, man. That's what the wicked do, man. So they condone that type of lifestyle, man. Pedophilia, homosexuality, man. They condone that, man. And we continue on. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 7. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for the day of the Lord is at hand. See, the day of the Lord is at hand, man. Hold thy peace. That means don't go out and try to voice your opinion. So these are not the opinions of men. This is actually the word of the Most High, man, the omnipotent, that was given by the Most High through the spirit and power of the Most High, man. These are not our words, man. These are the words of the Most High. We was commanded to come out and give warning, man. That's why we out here. So this is a commandment for us to do, man. We're not out here to entertain anybody, but you hear in the background, that's what Jake is doing, man. Turn the camera. I know you can hear the music in the background. just for a second. But yeah, that's what they're here to entertain, man. We're not here to entertain, man. We're here to get wanted. We're here to bring out truth, man. Repeat that again. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 7. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for the day of the Lord is at hand, for the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, and he hath bid his guests. So the Lord is prepared a sacrifice, man. And that sacrifice is going to be here in Basra. Let me get that. Right. 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 Like in 1 second. I think probably, but like I was saying, the Lord as a sacrifice here in Basra, man. Basra is anywhere but you start eating well, man. So Babylon the Great, aka America, is more or less the capital of Basra, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got military places or military the military is occupied throughout the world. They got throughout the world also United States Embassy, led by what? United States, man. This is the capital of Basra, man. This is that sacrifice. We read the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 7. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord. And how about Shemi Hawashai, for the day of the Lord is at hand, for the Lord have prepared a sacrifice, he has bid his guest. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. So that strange apparel means, in a spiritual sense, it's talking about Israel and their strange adoption of these heathen nations, like heathen nations' customs, man. That's that strange apparel, man. Also, it says he would destroy the princes and the king. That means everyone in rulership here in Babylon the Great. They're going to be destroyed, man. And this shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their and will punish the men that are settled on their eyes, and say in their heart, the Lord will not do like the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. So that's what most of them believe anyway, man. That the Lord, you know, won't the Lord will not do any type of evil to them, man. The Lord controls both spectrums, man. Everything that happens to you, whether it be good or bad, is sanctioned by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's why when you die in this flesh, you die and your spirit goes back into the presence of the Most High. Then you be reincarnated into another body in the third or fourth generation and come back to fulfill your transgression, man. Or get, let me say, you'll be punished. Let me say that. You're going to be punished for the transgression in your past lives, man. That's what the Bible is actually speaking about, man. Reincarnation into another body, man. In the third and fourth generation, man. That's what the Lord said he will visit the iniquities of the children. No, he will visit the children for the iniquities of their fathers in the third and fourth generation, because you are your fathers. You come back in the third and fourth generation, then you'll get judged for your transgression, man. So I can repeat that again. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. That's a like, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. In the same day also I will punish all those that leap on the threshold which fill their master's house with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hill. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchants people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. That means these mercantile ships that hold, like right now they got docks filled with, supply chain goods and stuff like that. All that stuff gonna be destroyed, man. People gonna be like, pretty much these other countries that are dealing or have some type of financial gain of Babylon the Great. That's why a lot of these countries got rich, man, like China, India, and various other countries, man, they got rich. And some of these Saudi countries, they got rich by dealing with the United States, man. But when the United States, when they see that the United States is destroyed, man, they're gonna howl for it, man. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasten greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So all these mighty men here in Babylon the Great, man, they're going to cry bitterly, man. That means when Jacob's trouble come, all these mighty men, they're going to be things that's going to be on display here in Babylon the Great, man. You're going to have insurrection, men invading each other's houses with a lack of bread. Going to be all types of wickedness going on out here, man. If you're not protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, you're going to be done for, man. So we're out here to what? To solidify, Lord willing, the elect is already sealed, but we out here to solidify the elect, man. Because on this side, that's the only ones that's going to receive, salvation on this side. The elect, man. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble. Let's talk about Jacob's trouble, man. That day is going to be a day of wrath, man. It's going to be a day of trouble, man. And distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against the high tower. So pretty much that fenced city is talking about Esau Edom's defense mechanism. Because in a moderate sense, not since this so-called Revolutionary War, right? There was no real war on the soil of America, Babylon the Great, man. All the modern wars were fought where? In other countries, man, like the Middle East, Japan, certain parts of Northern Africa, and various parts throughout the globe. You know, so there was not really an all-out war out here in Babylon the Great in a more moderate sense. But in that day, it's going to be different, man. When the day of the Lord, when the Lord actually visits this place, yeah, all hell's going to break loose, man. Repeat that again. This book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 15. The day, like that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of cloud, like a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high tower. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, causing, like, they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. So these people are going to get destroyed, man. Their blood is going to be poured out like dust, man. Their flesh is like the dung, man. That means it's going to be everywhere, man. Blood and body is going to be everywhere, man. That's the day. That's the day the Lord. That's the day of the Lord's visitation, man. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. So this is the day of the Lord's wrath, man. Nor your silver, nor your gold will be able to sustain you, man. You got these people thinking that they're well off in society. The Lord is really dealing with them, man. That's far from the truth, man. If you're wicked, regardless of how much you gain in this society, man, you're going to be cut off, man. Especially you're going to be cut off if you're not part of the house of Israel. And namely on this side, the elect, man. Because 2/3 of our people are wicked. And they're going to be cut off, man. 2/3 of Israel is wicked, man. And they're going to be cut off, man. So we out here what? To give warning, man, that if you don't repent, and namely if you're not part of the elect, you're done for, man. The Lord does not have respect for person, man. He don't care who you is. He don't care if you're a famous athlete, a famous celebrity, a renowned politician. They don't care about none of that, man. He don't care that the stature in this society, man. With the wisdom of this society is foolish in the eyes of the Most High, man. He don't care about none of that, man. He don't have a respect of person, man. He don't care who you is. If you wicked, if you're doing wickedly, man, your ass gonna be cut off. Thus saith the Lord, man. Repeat that again. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured. The whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So the Lord is going to make a speedy riddance, man. He's going to devour every square inch of a mile of Babylon the Great, man, aka America, man, by way of fire, man. That's going to come via that nuclear missile, man. That's why you see this tit for tat now with Russia, man. Because that Cold War, because the United States was always at war, man. The United States, I'm gonna say, what they said, out of 200 since the establishment of the United States, roughly 260 years or something. Out of 260 odd years, I think like 230 has been in war, man. A high 90%, like 92, 93% of its existence, it was at war, man. So this place has always been at war, man. And what's going on with Putin? Is that Cold War is brewing up, man. They got these sanctions, what are actually called trade wars, and that's going to spill over to an all-out physical war, man. These sanctions are actually, that's what they're called, man. You can look that term up. They're called trade wars, man. But those trade wars are going to spill over to a physical war, man. That third woe that's prophesied, man. Let me get like that's that third woe, the book of Revelation, chapter 9 to 12, man. Let's start Revelation chapter 14. We'll read that again. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse verse 18. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the power, by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. This is the Lord going to do this, man. In the day of the Lord's wrath, man. In the day of the Lord's jealousy, man. See, you think because you have emotion, you think the Lord doesn't have emotion, man. The Lord is the creator of emotion, man. In the day of the Lord's jealousy, man, this place is going to be destroyed, man. Let me get Revelation 11. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So that third woe is talking about World War III, man. That's that third woe, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as he mentioned in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 18, he's going to make a speedy riddance of this place, man. Then when you go back to Revelation 11 and 14, it says again, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So that's that speedy riddance, man. Because that war, that third woe, which is World War III, like it's going to bring out, it's going to come about by way of what? Destroying Babylon the Great, man. That speedy riddance, man. It's going to come. It's going to bring about, like, it's going to bring about those nuclear wars, man. Those nukes, man. That nuclear war, man. Those nukes, man. Like, that's that speedy riddance, man. That's what's going to consume this place by fire, man. That's that speedy riddance, man. So this place is going to be destroyed, man. This place is on its way out, man. So this place has what? Their wickedness has reached the heavens, man. Like I touched on last week, they got these certain schools. They got these certain schools or condoling and probably designate a certain day throughout the year that they have their high school students. They allow them, a male, to dress up like a female, and vice versa. You have a female dress up like a male, man. This was condoned and allowed to happen in these certain high school schools, man, throughout Babylon the Great, man. That's wickedness, man. A man should not put on a woman's apparel, man. A woman should not put on a man's apparel, man. This place is totally adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But yet Esau Edom said he built his foundation on the Bible, man. That's why on the back of that fiat currency it says what? In God we trust, man. It says that, but his action is contrary. Just like Joe Biden said before he got elected. He said he would not mandate those things that's going around, man. You can't even say some word because our so-called freedom of speeches or our freedom of speech is being slowly taken away. And a lot of these people don't understand, man. They don't realize that. Like if you say a certain word, man, they'll cut the video down. Because you may have more or less the opinion Because what they say, we're entitled to an opinion, right? Even though we're speaking the truth, and the rest have been blinded. But we're speaking the truth, but we're entitled to an opinion, right? And because my opinion is what? Contrary to yours, now you want to censor me, man. You don't want to hear what I got to say. It's like what you say goes. So that's that. And then people going to realize, let me pause there. People going to realize that America is the biggest dictator on the planet. It has always been. That's why all these other countries, their leaders, if they started to do things that was contrary to the wishes of Esau Edom, they took them out. They took them out. Like I mentioned earlier, Saddam Hussein, the Bin Laden, the Gaddafi. You know, the list goes on and on, man. They set up a coup. They're trying to overturn Iran right now. So these people going to realize that Babylon the Great, aka America, is the biggest dictator on the planet. They're trying to say communist is a dictator like China and stuff like that. Not to say they're not wicked. Yes, they are. But you're gonna come to realize the United States is the biggest dictator on the planet, man. But see, they're like the serpent, man. They're subtle. They come at you smooth. That's how the snake beguiled Eve, man. They come at you subtle, man. They slide. That deception their deception is impeccable, man. Repeat that again. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So that's going to come about, or that's going to come away. That third woe, which is World War III, is going to bring about like those nuclear missiles that's going to make a speedy riddance of Babylon the Great, aka America, man. This place is going to be destroyed. Going towards the house. This place is going to be destroyed by way of nuclear missiles. It's going to be destroyed because Esau Edom is wicked, man, that the Bible speaks of. It's going to be destroyed because God. This place deserves to be destroyed, man. Wickedness is on display here, man. This is the place that you can do and be whatever you want, man. If you was born a male, if you wake up tomorrow want to be a woman, you can do that, man. Or if you was born a woman and you wake up tomorrow, roll up, want to change your mind, or I want to be a man, you can do that, and it's acceptable, man. That's abomination, man. That's totally adverse to how I said that was job, man. The Lord said He made man and woman, man. So that's why this place will be, when it's destroyed, it's going to be rightfully so, man. So this place is, the wickedness on display here is reached to heaven, man. So we get that precept. Nah, I can't find it. It's like I can't find that piece up now. Not even working right. Like, I can't find it. But all in all, the transgression of Babylon the Great has reached the heavens, man. That's why when this place go out, it's going to be in a just and righteous manner, man. It's going to be rightfully so, man. Because the wicked bearing rule and wickedness is on an all-time high here, man. Wickedness is on display and widely accepted here, man. That's why you can wake up one day if you want to even hear Babylon the Great, man. If you want to marry your pet gerbil, man, it's acceptable in here, man. You can do that. You want to marry your stallion. That means your horse. You can do that, man. And they have a priest or a preacher, whatever you want to call it, and pronounce you man and horse, man. They can do that, man. A woman and horse, whatever you want to call it, man. This stuff is acceptable here in Babylon the Great, man. It's a place you can do whatever you want, man. They got that so-called carefree spirit, man. When you how about sending out shot is about order, man. How about sending out shot is about what? Law. This place is a place of disorder. That's why let me turn it around. You got people out here now, I guess called the weather, and they're in the spirit of mirth, man. That's what they're in the spirit of. They hoping that Babylon the Great, aka America, you know, go back to some form of normality, man. But you can hear it from their politicians, man. They say that normality is not gonna come, man. There's gonna be a transition. They're gonna do it gradualism. That's the word. But if all fails, it's gonna be a hard transition. That's why you still got food scarcity, gas prices are still high. All these things are gonna be rationed out, man. There's gonna be camps set up. them thing stations where you had to get that MOB in order to what? Be accepted in these so-called camps, man. To be able to buy, sell, or trade. So all these things must come to pass, man. And they will come to pass, man. We already know this place is on its way out, man. But some of these other people know it too, but the spirit that Jake is in, man, they're in the spirit of what? Trying to live it up. Trying to live life to the fullest, whatever little bit of liberties that they have, they trying to live it up to the fullest, man. Well, that shouldn't be your spirit, man. You should be in the spirit of repentance, man. Just like I forgot, I mentioned it last week, but I didn't get a chance to look it up. But it's this so-called celebrity. I think she a rapper, man. She said, "We're in the brink of a nuclear war. I'm about to go get me some ass." Meaning that she was about to go get her a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift, man. That's what she was under the impression, right? That the United States was in a brink of a nuclear war, and her first thought was to go out and get a Brazilian butt lift, man. And that's what she said, man. So they want to go out, you know what I'm saying? Live life to the fullest, man. That's the mentality of Jake, man. But they're in the wrong spirit, man. If you know this place gonna be a flat line, man, getting a Brazilian butt lift should be the last thing on your mind, man. You should be trying to get closer to the Lord, man. That's what you should be. But see, that's the spirit 2/3 of our people is in, man. That's why they're gonna be nothing but fuel for the fire, man. Let's see how much time I'm in. Yep. I think that pretty much going to end this section. Presented out today, you know. But like always, man, we out here giving warning, man. We ain't out here for you know, entertainment. We're not out here to, you know, be some type of what's this worldly popularity or fame. We're not famous. We ain't trying to do all that, man. We about pushing the Lord's word, man, giving warning, man. You know what I'm saying? We're namely sealing, if not, Lord willing, the elect is sealed, is sealing the elect, man. That's all our concerns are, man. You know what I'm saying? Pushing this word out, man, as commanded by our Lord and Savior for us to do, man. This is the commandment, man. So we can care less about the worldly ideas of these people out here in Babylon the Great, man. You know what I'm saying? So they've been the Lord is hitting them with a strong delusion, man. They don't know what's going on, man. They don't know Esau Edom's about to come down, having great wrath, man. They don't know Esau Edom's about to come down on them, man. And all this what do you call it? Universal income, all these child tax credits, these gas incentives, the EBT card incentive, all this stuff, man, is not but reeling you in, man. To trust this devil, man. But like I said in the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, man, never trust our enemy, man. So we know who our enemy is, man. And that's all he do. He baiting Israel in, man. He baiting Israel in, the 2/3, man. Well, I'm gonna end it off right there, man. You know, but before I end it off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash. This your Akim, this your Akim and Drillazel. Lord willing, I'll be out here again, feeding the flock with another session. Also want to give a salute to the man I look this truth from, Shalom, Barakatham, and a bubble ball. Shalom.